Hello guys, in this video I'm going to show you what to do if your car has too frequent DPF regenerations. I'm going to show that on this Mazda 2.2 Skyactiv diesel. Sometimes if it does the DPF regens too frequently, it can trigger the fault code of the P243C. However, it is not necessary. This car does the regen every 30 to 40 miles, yet it did not trigger the fault code of the frequent DPF regens. Also, I need to mention that this one has 275,000 miles and it still is on its original DPF. It was never backflushed. It was cleaned. We've cleaned it once like a couple of weeks ago, but on the car cleaning, not off the car. On the car means that we did not remove the DPF. We just cleaned it with a chemical fluid, pressurized it through the DPF, the differential pressure sensor, which goes before the DPF, and it got rid of some soot. However, the main issue, the main problem in our case is the ash. Basically, the ash is the byproduct of the regen. So as the soot, the particles are burning, the DPF is doing the regen, it produces ash. You can't get rid of ash. Only way to get rid of it is to backflush the DPF, because the ash is getting accumulated inside the DPF. It is getting trapped inside the DPF and basically it is taking up space. So let's say from the factory, when the DPF is a brand new, it has a certain amount which can be filled with, and it reduces over time as the ash level of the DPF is getting higher and higher, meaning less soot can be accumulated inside the DPF, and hence it has to burn or regen itself more frequently, and that's why you have more frequent regens, obviously. So now we're going to remove the DPF off of this one, going to send it to a shop where they can backflush it. They have the appropriate machine. They will backflush it. We will install the DPF back to the car, and then I'm going to take it for a test drive. Before that, I'm going to reset the DPF values, and also before and after the test drive, I'm going to show you the live data values, like what was the distance between the two DPF regens before and what will be the distance after the DPF cleaning of the car, DPF cleaning. So now, first let's have a look at the live data before the DPF cleaning. Here we are. So since the last regen, it passed 74 kilometers. It is in kilometers, not in miles, guys. So it is not that bad, and considering the DPF is only half full at the minute, because the DPF is full when these numbers reaches 6 grams per liter. So basically it is half full. If we calculate how much of a distance we have left, it is another, I would say, 75 kilometers. So the DPF will do the next regen in total in 150 kilometers time, which is fairly good, I would say. But keep in mind, as I said, guys, earlier, like a couple of weeks ago, we have done on the car DPF cleaning on it, but that does not get rid of the ash. So now I'm going to reset the values. Basically that will zero all these numbers. It will do one regen straight away after, within 10-12 miles, and after that I'm going to monitor this number, like how long or how far I can get away without a regen. So if that number improves, it will be more than 150 kilometers, I will be more than happy, but 150 is already fine. So I'm going to reset it and then I'm going to go for a test drive. Also, frequent regens can happen if you have faulty or failing injectors, and also if your turbo is failing or already failed. Basically, if the turbo is leaking oil straight into the DPF, then it can cause frequent DPF regens, or also if turbo is leaking oil through the intake manifold to the intake ports and to the combustion chamber of the engine, and then the engine burns it, it also can trigger frequent DPF regens. But also a full DPF with ash can also trigger frequent DPF regens. I did reset the DPF values and now I'm going for a test drive. The car has done the regen. Here are the values after the regen, and now I'm going to fill up with diesel and going for a longer test drive. I am back from the test drive. I did show you guys what was the amount of particulate matter in the DPF when I've done 75 kilometers, so you can compare it from before the DPF cleaning. And also I did show you what was the distance when the particulate matter amount was 3 grams per liter, so you can also compare it before the cleaning. And now I will show you what are the values right now. So here are the values, and as you can see guys, I have done 166 kilometers since the last region, and we are at 4.13 grams per liter of fullness of the DPF, which is roughly 2/3. So basically the DPF is 2/3 full. So if you calculate it, we supposed to get to 240 kilometers before the regen will start or will get triggered, which I would say, I dare to say, it is very good numbers. That's great number. A lot of owners of these ones would like to have those numbers, but I know they would already be happy if they achieved 160 kilometers. So yes, the DPF cleaning, the backflush of the car cleaning is valid, legit, and it works and helps as well. So despite this is a high mileage car, which is not so popular here in the UK, people here in the UK don't really like high mileage cars, you should not be worried about it, obviously, if the car was maintained properly throughout his life. So this one has 275,000 miles on the clock, but I want to be fair, so I must say that we have already worked on this car before. It came to us 2 years ago when it only had 183,000 miles on the clock. Unfortunately, the car had a head gasket issue. However, 183,000 miles was already considered high mileage here in the UK even back then, and it lasted up till then. So till 183,000 miles, not a lot of money has been spent on the car. We've done the head gasket and other bits as well. The DPF was still untouched, and now it has 275,000 miles on the clock. Now we've done the DPF cleaning, you've seen the results. I would say, I dare to say, I believe, firmly believe, the results speak for themselves, so they are great. These cars, these engines can last long if they are maintained properly. And I also must say that even this time we've not only done the DPF cleaning, we've done the carbon cleaning again. So after 80,000 we've done the carbon cleaning again. I will show you what it was before and after the cleaning, so how it looked like after 80,000 miles, and probably you have already seen that. So basically what I'm trying to say, it depends how the car is used. So there is difference between 80,000 miles in the city or 80,000 miles in long runs, as this one is being used. And also we've done the injector washers. I'm going to show you as well, but I can tell you in advance that they were not blowing out. However, as a measure of preventative maintenance, we did replace them in order to avoid any future oil pressure problems on the engine. So here are the injector washers. As you can see, they have been already replaced once. It was by us. So these are the new ones, the newer versions, so the silver coating ones, and they were not blowing out. Injectors came out very easily, very freely. We replaced them, so they should be good for another 80,000 miles easily. So these are not bad cars at all, as a lot of people say or think that way, which I can understand why, because most of the time what ends up happening, they buy a lemon. Very common, I would say 9 times or 8 times out of 10, people come to us to the workshop with their 2.2 diesel after a very recent purchase. And what I mean by that, it is 2 weeks after the purchase or within the first month after the purchase. They think that they've been scammed or missold, because most of the time the cars are bodged together, they are not fixed properly, corners are cut, alongside oil strainers as well, so that is very unfortunate. But if these ones are done properly, fixed properly, maintained properly, they can last long. And also, if you are interested in buying one, we have a couple for sales, not a Mazda 3, but at the moment we have two Mazda CX-5s, so I will show you that, what they look like and what they have. So this one is a new shape Mazda CX-5 67 plate, all-wheel drive. There will be a separate video of this car as well, but it will have everything being done to it, what needs doing to prevent any problems in the future. And we're also going to give 1 year or unlimited mileage warranty on it by us. So it is manual. I like how it looks like from the inside. For someone who worries about the mileage, it is a low mileage one, low mileage example, 59,000 on the clock. And also, if you want to tow with this one, you can do so because it has the equipment. But if you want an automatic, this may be for you. This is also somewhat low mileage. I believe it has 90,000 on the clock, all-wheel drive, but that is automatic. You may have seen already this one on the channel. This one had issue or problem with the DPF, so basically it was drilled out. Now we are going to replace the DPF as well. It is already cleaned, backflushed, and also we're going to do other bits as well, such as the turbo. But don't worry, there will be a video, separate video of this car as well, what has been done to it. But if you are interested, please send me a message or an email. The links are in the description of the video. So pretty much this was it. Again, just to recap the things, if your DPF is regenerating too frequently, it can be caused by 3 things, I would say: injectors, turbo, or the DPF being full with ash. In this case, it was the last one, so the DPF was full with ash. We got rid of the ash, we cleaned it, we backflushed it. Now it is all good. So I'm ending a video here. Thank you guys very much for watching, and see you soon in the next one. Take care and bye bye.